We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Saints coming in at 3-5, going up against the Browns, who come in at 4-3. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, we're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August. November, these are the dog days of football, trying to get in position for the big push.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stopped. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards.
Here we go. 3-19.
Manziel finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but they've got a third and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving.
Hey, 4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And some room to work. Past the 20. And now the rookie screen. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. But
there he goes, right side. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Now Manziel. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission.
Hey. Four down. Over.
Here's Manziel. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw again. It's caught left side by Cooks. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about another side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we see, and never mind, Larry, these two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big tight end with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do. And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Shocker. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum. See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So last week, mostly ineffective. This week, what we're seeing, very effective. What are you seeing that's different?
I think what I'm seeing is just a simple, everyone is on the same page. And I know it sounds trite, but I'm talking about all the guys up front with the blocking schemes, everyone at the point of attack, creating space. And so far, it doesn't matter what gap they choose, they're finding it. A gap, B gap, C gap, does not matter. They're getting there, and they're creating nice runs.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Manziel. He's going to flick one out here to his running back. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision And boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Menzel, and Cooks has it over the middle. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds Barnage. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Gary Barnage, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints can take the lead if they can hit the extra point. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2nd down following the run. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Let's go!
He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's pumped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll drop to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now, 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half, but let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead it brings up a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Something practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Manziel. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Manziel, he's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cleveland, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.